Hello, my name is Brent Hawks, and I'm the founder and the executive director of Rainbow Faith and Freedom. And for 40 years, I was the senior pastor at the Metropolitan Community Church of Toronto. Today, I want to talk to you about the power of our mind. You know, there's a scripture verse you're probably going to hear me say a lot. It says, as a person thinketh, so shall they be. And so what we think about, what we dwell on, we become. And so today I want to tell you a little story that I read about years ago. I have no idea if it's true or not, but it had a very powerful illustration. And the person who wrote about it said it was true. There was a man who worked on freezer cars, those large train cars that carry frozen products. And his job was that at the end of every week, he was to clean out the cars. And so one weekend, one Friday, he was cleaning out a car and wasn't paying attention to what he was doing, and someone else came along and closed the freezer door. And the man just all of a sudden panicked, and it was too late. His cries for help were not heard. And so gradually he became weaker and weaker and weaker, and he was so weak he was writing on the bottom of the freezer car, "I'm so weak, I'm so cold, I can't hold out any longer," and he died. That Monday morning, when the people came to open up the freezer car doors again, they found him dead. He was sent for an autopsy, and he had died because he froze to death. However, they discovered that the freezer unit in that car was broken, and the temperature never went down to freezing. And yet he believed that he was going to freeze to death. You know, in our mind, there are thoughts that just keep coming and coming, and we can't control those thoughts that come by. But it's almost like a conveyor belt. They just keep going and going. But sometimes we'll take a thought and we'll grab it off the conveyor belt and we'll dwell on it. And we'll worry and fret, become afraid, etc. And I just want you to think about this, that as those thoughts come along, you don't have to take those negative thoughts, those fearful thoughts, and make them your focus. Instead, you can let them go and move on, and you can shift. And I would suggest 2 shifts that would be really helpful. One, to shift to gratitude. What are the things that you're grateful for in the midst of all of this? And maybe even start a gratitude list that as things pop into your mind, you write them on this list and review it. And the second thing I would like you to focus on are the opportunities that are here now. In the midst of this awful tragedy, there are opportunities. Opportunities to be able to grow, opportunities to be able to learn. And we're going to look more in the future at what some of those opportunities might be. Thank you for tuning in.